Hi, it's Carly Page, and I'm here taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini. As you can see, the phone is essentially a smaller version of Samsung's flagship Samsung Galaxy S4. But as you can see, if I turn it around, it's actually much smaller. The handset measures in at just 8.9mm thick and weighs just 107 grams, so compared to the likes of the HTC One Mini, this is really light and comfortable to use. The Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini also features a smaller display. It has a 4.3-inch 540 by 960 AMOLED screen, and while it's quite a downgrade from the 1080p HD screen found on the flagship Galaxy S4, it's still one of the most vibrant we've seen on a mid-range phone. It's also okay to be used outdoors, and its viewing angles are impressive for a phone of this price point. The screen comes powered by a 1.7 GHz dual-core processor, again quite a downgrade from the quad-core processor found in the flagship Galaxy S4. However, as you can see while we're swiping through menus and firing open apps, it's actually a really speedy device, and we notice no performance issues whatsoever while using the phone. In terms of software, it runs Google's Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean operating system and will likely receive an upgrade to Android 4.3 in the coming months. However, you probably won't notice it when it arrives, as Samsung has coated the phone in its Touchwiz user interface. While it's not as obtrusive as it is on some Samsung phones, we found the menus quite difficult to get our heads around, and there's so many preloaded apps that most users probably won't ever use. Some of these include Chat On, Samsung Apps and Samsung Hubs, which we found ourselves not using at all during our time with the phone. Other features include an 8-megapixel rear-facing camera, which for a mid-range phone did impress us during our hands-on testing. There's also a 1.9 megapixel camera on the front, which is higher than the usual VGA cameras found on mid-range phones. Another really impressive feature is the handset's battery. We found the Galaxy S4 Mini breezed through 2 days of average to heavy usage. There's also plenty of storage on board. Although we got our hands on the 8GB model, this can be extended by an additional 64GB via the microSD slot. This is accessed via the rear of the handset, which also means you can remove the battery and replace it. Overall, the Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini is one of the most impressive mid-range phones we've tested. At around £380, you're getting a decent screen, a good processor and an excellent battery life. And although it features some fierce competition from the likes of the HTC One Mini, we can see this doing just as well as Samsung's flagship Galaxy S4. Thanks for watching.